Today we're highlighting the Teraflex JK Falcon Nexus EF 2.2 Fast Adjust Steering Stabilizer, and that's a mouthful.
This is a steering stabilizer that has adjustability with a turn knob. It's super easy. And I've already gone ahead and taken off the factory steering stabilizer, which you can see we're talking about two very different animals right here. The factory steering stabilizer is not bad. I mean, it looks a little wimpy, but it actually performs pretty well. Especially on road, it does well. So when would you want to go from your factory stabilizer to something beefier like the Teraflex Falcon? Well, for most people, it's going to be either you do a lot of off-roading and you wore your factory steering stabilizer out, or you bashed it on some rocks. For other people, it's going to be more when you go to larger tires. When you get up in 35 plus tires, all the little bumps in the road and things like that can tend to deflect and be more noticeable on the steering wheel with the factory stabilizer than with one that is a bit beefier. One of the things that's really cool about the Teraflex Falcon 2 is its adjustability. So this is probably the main reason that someone would go after a steering dampener like this through this knob. So the adjustability is between three levels. You've got soft, medium, and firm, just like that, with the flip of a switch, and you are set and good to go for your preferred driving style. Now, another thing that makes the Teraflex Falcon 2 stand out from the competition is this through rod design. It's sealed on both ends, and it actually has an equal force dampening. So it not only has the same amount of force whether it's being pushed or pulled, which is different from your factory stabilizer, which there's a different amount of force when it's being elongated and shortened. But this rod actually goes entirely through, so it's equal force on both sides. That also gives it a nice equilibrium when it's returning back to center. Now, another advantage you're going to gain when you upgrade to the Falcon 2 steering stabilizer is increased clearance for the stabilizer. The factory stabilizer sits pretty much right even with the track bar, slightly under it. So yours may have some markings on it where it's got some dings from rocks, things like that. But the way this one mounts, it actually mounts on the track bar, as you can see right here. So it sits above the track bar. So there's not going to be anything coming up from underneath striking the steering stabilizer. So you get increased clearance there. So that's nice as well.
Sie install. And there you have it, friends. That's the Teraflex Falcon Steering Stabilizer. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Here's the bloopers.
It's going to be much more comfortable in the cockpit. It's going to be much more enjoyable in the cockpit. Well, let's not call it sports car. Better feeling in the cockpit is it allows it to have equal force dampening. I know they've got some fancy technological terms they have for it, volume operated density or something like that, VOD. You can read about it on their website. Really interesting how it works, but maybe you just want to read it instead of hear someone